Just got home from the museum. It's so crazy to see a whole museum dedicated to the 90s. It just feels like so much time has passed, but at the same time that no time has passed at all. And I was born in 1991, so the beginning of the 90s, and it's just so funny to see my whole childhood and upbringing just made into a museum exhibit. Oh my goodness. It's crazy how time flies. It really is. Because one moment you're, a teenager, and the next minute you're a full grown adult. And like, I graduated high school, how long ago? I graduated high school 15 years ago. Like, that's so crazy to think about. Because, like I said, it just feels like yesterday. And I think when you have moments like this, like moments to reflect on your childhood and who you were when you were a teenager, and seeing how you are now, and witnessing how much things have changed and how much you've changed, I think the really cool thing is that, honestly, looking back on my childhood and teenage years really makes me think about, yes, there has been change. I have changed a lot, but at the same time, there's also so much that is the same. And what I mean by that, because I've talked about this before in my videos, and especially there's a video I did about finding happiness and how to find happiness. What I mean by the fact that I really haven't changed that much is that in my adulthood, I've realized that one of the best ways to rediscover your passions and rediscover your sense of fun and enjoyment in life is to revisit who you were as a teenager or as a child. Revisit those activities and those things that used to bring you joy, because in my experience, 9 times out of 10, those things are going to still bring you joy as an adult. And it's just the programming that we were brought up to have when we became an adult, that we have to grow up and we have to move on from childish things. That's usually the reason why we stop doing those things that made us happy at those ages. But in reality, those things are the things that make you who you truly are, and they're the things that speak to your soul and speak to your heart, and the things that you find so much joy and fun from. So the reason why it feels like I could say I've changed so much, but I really haven't changed at all, is because I've actually spent the last few years rediscovering that childhood wonder, rediscovering my childhood, my teenage self that had so much fun doing certain activities and so many passions for things, like the version of me that enjoyed things before the responsibilities of adulthood came along. And for me, that's huge pillars for that are nature and also music. I love music, I love nature, and the closer I come back to those things as an adult, the more fun and enjoyment and fulfillment I find in my life. And those things were things that I spent so much time doing when I was a kid, right? When I was a teenager, my days just revolved around taking photos, doing photography, tapping into that creative side of myself, and being out in nature when I'm doing those things, capturing photos of nature, just spending time in nature, and listening to all my favorite music. Those things made up so much of my teenage years, and those are things that I try to find now in my adult life and make time for in my adult life, because those are the things that still bring me joy and make me happy. And even though life has changed a lot since the 90s, even though my day-to-day life has changed a lot, I'm no longer spending all of my days after school on MSN talking to my friends and crushes. Although those days have passed, a lot of the things that I still do now connect to that part of myself again, like staying connected to all my friends and family on Facebook and Messenger and things like that, and creating times for mindfulness and just being outside in nature like I am right now, just sitting on this swing with a blanket and just enjoying my time. So all that to say, I just wanted to remind you all that looking back on your past is a really cool exercise to do, and if you haven't already explored the idea that the things that brought you joy as a teenager and as a child can still bring you joy as an adult today, right now, I highly encourage you to explore that, because it's been so life-changing and a really beautiful thing that I've done for myself, that I've experienced, that I've been through, and I just highly recommend it, especially if you feel like life is feeling a little lackluster right now and you're looking to spark some more joy, creativity, fun, all those good things. So that's all I wanted to share for now. I'm going to go back to just sitting here and enjoying this beautiful fall day. So I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and see you next time. Bye.